On April 1, 2025, Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey embarked on a historic feat of endurance and political protest. He took to the Senate floor for a marathon speech, his voice echoing through the chamber for over 21 hours. Booker's aim was to disrupt the Senate's business as usual. He sought to shine a bright light on what he called a national crisis under the Trump administration. His team live-streamed the speech on YouTube, drawing in thousands of viewers across the country. This was political theater at its most raw and compelling. Booker's message was one of urgency and moral conviction. He spoke of a nation at a crossroads, grappling with deep divisions and facing critical choices. He called out the Trump administration's policies on healthcare, immigration, and government services, arguing that they disproportionately harmed the most vulnerable Americans. Booker's message was clear. This was not a partisan battle but a fight for the soul of the nation. At the heart of Booker's marathon speech were deep concerns about the direction of the country under the Trump administration. He criticized the administration's policies on multiple fronts, arguing that they undermined core American values and threatened the well-being of millions. One of Booker's main targets was the Trump administration's approach to healthcare. He railed against proposed cuts to Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, programs that provide a vital safety net for millions of Americans. Immigration was another key issue that Booker addressed in his speech. He condemned the administration's crackdown on immigrants, particularly its family separation policy. Booker also criticized the Trump administration's approach to government services, arguing that it reflected a broader disregard for the needs of ordinary Americans. Booker argued that these cuts would have long-term consequences, undermining the country's future and leaving behind those who were already struggling to make ends meet. Booker's marathon speech was not the first time a senator had resorted to such extraordinary measures to make their voice heard. The history of the U.S. Senate is punctuated by moments when senators, driven by principle and a desire to obstruct legislation they deemed harmful, have taken to the floor for extended periods. These speeches, often referred to as filibusters, have become a part of Senate lore. One of the most famous examples of a Senate filibuster was Strom Thurmond's 1957 speech against the Civil Rights Act. Thurmond, a senator from South Carolina, spoke for over 24 hours in an attempt to block the passage of this landmark legislation. In more recent times, Senator Ted Cruz of Texas gained notoriety for his 21-hour speech in 2013. Cruz's marathon speech, delivered during a debate over the Affordable Care Act, was widely seen as a political stunt aimed at raising his national profile. Booker's speech, while echoing these past instances of senatorial endurance, differed in a crucial way. It was a broader protest against the policies and direction of the Trump administration. Booker's marathon speech ignited a firestorm of reactions across the country, reflecting the deep divisions that characterized American politics in the Trump era. The speech went viral on social media, with millions watching and sharing clips. The response to Booker's speech largely fell along partisan lines. Democrats and progressives hailed Booker's actions as a courageous stand against the excesses of the Trump administration. They praised his stamina, his passion, and his willingness to speak truth to power. Republicans, on the other hand, were largely dismissive of Booker's speech. Some accused him of grandstanding and engaging in political theater. Despite the partisan divide, Booker's speech did succeed in bringing renewed attention to the issues he raised. It sparked conversations about healthcare, immigration, and the role of government in people's lives.